What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. You are listening to Defy WWE Logic. I appreciate you guys so much. All my subscribers, man. I thank you guys so much, man. I'm putting in the work. I'm trying to do my best, and I just appreciate you guys for liking and commenting and subscribing to my channel. It really does. It means a lot to me, and I thank you guys so much for that. Now, moving on, we're in our Extreme Rules 2017 predictions. Now, first off, I'm going to start off with what I think the lower kind of interesting but non-interesting matches, and then later we'll go on into the kind of more important matches. Now we have Enzo and Cass versus Apollo Crews and Titus O'Neil. I believe that Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews are going to end up getting this win. Enzo and Cass are just irrelevant to me. The only thing that's over with these guys is their entrance. For those of you who don't know, I do not like Enzo and Cass. These two gentlemen, they remind me of Test and Scotty 2 Hotty back in the day, if they were the former tag team. Enzo and Cass are the new Test and Scotty 2 Hotty of 2017 in the WWE. They're just a tag team. That's just what I see. I'm just being 100% honest. Now we have Alicia Fox and Sasha Banks. Now this actually has been pretty interesting because Alicia Fox has been getting wins over Sasha Banks, and considering that they kind of degraded Alicia Fox to this 205 Live Cruiserweight division and having her, basically play a whole, having her basically play a whole bunch of people and all different type of stuff. It's really just Alicia Fox is talented, and I'm glad they're actually using her talent. And I don't know what they're going to do with her and what's going on. If they're building her up for, to contend for a championship or what's going on. But it's nice that they just even have the fact that they even have a feud with these two is pretty nice. Now, Goldust versus R-Truth. I'm actually interested in the match. I know a lot of people isn't, but I am. I'm interested in this match. It's pretty interesting. They had them be a tag team for a while, had their fun moments, and then you have Goldust turn on R-Truth. That's pretty interesting to me. So I expect R-Truth to get the win over Goldust. But yeah, so I expect it's pretty interesting. So I expect for these quick little kind of, I guess you can say, pre-show matches, I expect R-Truth to get the win over Goldust. I expect Apollo Crews and Titus to get the win over Enzo and Cass, and I actually expect Alicia Fox to get the win over Sasha Banks. That is my prediction for what I call the pre-show. Um, Now moving on, we have Alexa Bliss versus Bayley, the Raw Women's Championship. I expect Alexa Bliss to retain the championship. I don't think Bayley should have lost at her hometown at all, but I do expect Alexa Bliss to end up just retaining her championship and going on to, possibly facing someone else. I don't know who, but I do expect her to retain that Raw Women's Championship. Now, the Hardy Boys versus Cesaro and Sheamus for the Raw Tag Team Championship. I expect the Hardy Boys to retain their championship. The Hardy Boys will not drop the championship titles until I would say about SummerSlam. And the reason I think maybe SummerSlam is because that'll be around the Revival will be coming back, I believe, in July. And I believe that they're going to have the Revival versus the Hardys, which is going to be a pretty interesting feud. And I think that the Revival is going to end up defeating the Hardys and gaining the Raw Tag Team Championships. That's what I think is going to happen. Now, I will say this: don't be surprised if WWE tries to pull a fast one on us and try to have Sheamus and Cesaro end up winning this cage match for the Tag Team Championships. Don't be surprised. I doubt it'll happen, but WWE likes to swerve a little bit on the fans. Now, Neville versus Austin Aries. I don't expect Austin Aries to win. I still don't. I mean, this is the third matchup that these guys have had for this championship. I still expect Neville to end up retaining. I expect Neville to retain his championship and feud with somebody else because it's just if Austin Aries loses, Austin Aries they just need to do something else. He's already lost 2 times. Now he's getting a 3rd time. So I really just don't know what the hell they're gonna do. But I do think that Neville's going to retain again. Now, here's the thing. The other side of me thinks that there could be a swerve to where Neville's getting ready to win. T.J. Perkins attacks Neville, and then Austin Aries ends up getting end up gaining the Cruiserweight Championship, and then all TJ Perkins, basically is like, I helped you win. Now I want a shot at the championship. I could see something like that going on along those lines happening at Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Now, Dean Ambrose versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. I expect The Miz to end up winning this. I like Dean Ambrose. I remember when the Shield first started. Dean Ambrose was my favorite. Then later, Seth Rollins and kind of Roman Reigns kind of were my favorite. But here's the thing: Dean Ambrose has kind of been kind of boring as an Intercontinental Champion. Let's just face it and tell the truth. So I think that it'll be more entertaining if The Miz wins. So The Miz will end up becoming the Intercontinental Champion at Extreme Rules, and that'll be that. And I think he'll feud with somebody else. I don't necessarily know who, but since he's a heel, there's a whole bunch of faces that may end up wanting to challenge him for the Intercontinental Championship. So I do expect The Miz to win that. Now, last but not least, Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt. Ladies and gentlemen, we already know Finn Balor is going to win this match. I would love to see Samoa Joe win, and for WWE to just pull one on us and be like, oh shit, we're going to see Samoa Joe versus freaking Brock Lesnar. I would love to see something like that, but it's going to be Finn Balor. It's going to be Finn Balor, and he's going to end up getting slaughtered by Brock Lesnar. They may make it a little bit competitive, but Brock Lesnar is going to destroy Finn Balor, and then Brock Lesnar is going to move on and possibly go on to face Braun Strowman when he gets back. That's what I think is going to happen. That's what more than likely is going to happen with WWE booking. If you're asking me, and you want buzz, and you want people to be more and more intrigued into the match, I'm making Samoa Joe win the match. I'm having Samoa Joe win. I'm having Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar, and I'm actually having Samoa Joe defeat Brock Lesnar. That way you have a big, strong heel as your champion. I know that Braun Strowman's a great, he's a good, he's got his good little run going on. But Braun Strowman isn't really that interesting to me. Samoa Joe, however, is pretty interesting. I would love to see him as the Universal Champion. And there's so many freaking feuds that he could have. Man, you can. It's just, I think that it's just whoever ends up really winning this match. I do expect it to be Finn Balor, but whoever ends up really winning, I don't know who. They need to defeat Brock Lesnar. They really do, because I'm sick and tired of not seeing the Universal Championship on the main show. What's the point of having the damn title? You might as well make the Intercontinental Championship the main legit title and have the freaking Universal Championship be secondary. It makes no sense. It just makes no sense. But that's my predictions for this show. Extreme Rules 2017 pay-per-view. Now, thank you guys so much. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Who do you think should win the #1 contender match for the Universal Championship? Who should win the Raw Women's Championship, Intercontinental Championship, Cruiserweight, and Tag Team Championship? Thank you guys so much, and I appreciate all the support. Thanks. Peace.